What is up, guys? Welcome into the channel. Today we're going to be making a Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 weapons tier list. I know the season's almost over now, but it's given us plenty of time to use all these weapons a lot to really determine where they go in this placement. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the tier list. But first, like, subscribe, and comment down below what is your favorite and least favorite weapon of this season. All right, so we have S, A, B, C, and D tier. Now, I don't really think we need D or C tier, to be honest with you. There definitely could be weapons that go in that position, but if we're being honest, there's really just three types of rankings, you know, we need, and D and D are just kind of obsolete. So let's go ahead and we'll delete those two rows. All right, so we have S, A, B. Looks pretty good. If I feel like I need to add another tier, I will. Anyways, let's go ahead and start. First off, we have the Harbinger SMG. I'm not gonna lie, this gun is straight ass. By itself, not too bad. It's okay. It's not one of the worst SMGs you've ever had in the game, but it, compared to every single other weapon in this game right now, this gun is terrible. There's no reason to ever pick up this gun. And if you use this gun, good on you. But I really don't see why you would even want to use this gun. The range is bad, the accuracy is terrible, the damage pretty mediocre, especially compared to the other stuff in this game. Like, I just really, the only thing it's got going for it is fire rate, and that can only get it so far. So for that, it's going in B tier, bottom of the barrel. All right, next up we have complete opposite end of the spectrum, the Burst SMG. All right, the Thunder Burst SMG. Now this gun is just absolutely nuts. One of the best guns we've ever had in Fortnite in general. SMGs, ARs, doesn't matter. It can pretty much outbeat anything. Crazy fire rate, crazy damage, crazy accuracy. It really just has everything going for it. So for that, it definitely is going in S. It's been the probably top of the chain since it's been in the game. I mean, how long has it been in the game now? What is this, the third season it's been in so far? So yeah, excellent gun. Probably could use some nerfs, but I mean, we'll see what happens next season. Next up, we have the Huntress DMR. Now, last season, I would have given this weapon an easy S rating. It was easily a top weapon, and honestly, it still is. If I see a Huntress DMR, most likely I will pick it up. It just does crazy damage. It's got crazy range. It's not very good at close up, but if you're far from somebody and you can pick off a couple of shots, you can really do some damage on that person, and you can do it quickly too. The fire rate is not bad at all for how far you can shoot with this weapon. It is basically like a baby version of a sniper, especially when you hit those headshots. So for that reason, I will put it in S tier. I'll be generous with that. Okay, next up we have the new, and I wouldn't say improved, but we have the new hand cannon. I'm gonna go ahead and put the hand cannon A tier. Not a bad weapon at all. It just does not really do what it needs to do in most cases. Like, it's good and it really can, it hit hard, but it's just not like it used to be. That the old hand cannon with first hit accuracy, with hit scan, it was just so good and so much better. Without the hit scan, it does take away from the overall weapon, and it really makes it hard for me to want to use this compared to some other stuff on this list. But still a decent weapon, so we got A. All right, next up we have the toe hook cannon. I'm putting it straight in B. Matter of fact, I might even have to add a new tier. Let's go ahead and add a row below, and we'll call it freaking buns. We'll call it buns tier, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and put the Harbinger there with it, just because, like, these are, I feel like they're just so bad. It's like, why even have it in the game? I get it, bro. You can hook onto cars, you can do some cool stuff with it. It does some decent damage if you hit a headshot, but it's got one hook in it. As soon as you shoot it, it's gone. And it really just, like, I've never really seen anybody really want to go for it after they got in the game for a week. After the first week, it's like no one ever used them anymore, and I understand why. They're not good. There's so many other better options. There's no point in using this weapon unless you want to just hook onto the back of a car. Maybe for fun factor, it's decent, but I'm talking about overall effectiveness in game as well. And for that, I'm gonna put it in buns tier. Okay, now we move on to the boom bolt, and I'm putting that easy S. Very, very, very good weapon. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it in A, only for one reason, and that is because it uses explosive ammo, and that holds it back so much. So the only way it's really viable is if you have the infinite ammo medallion, and if you have that medallion, chances are you have the mythic and the mythic S tier. By the way, all mythics S tier in this game, in this season. All mythics are S tier in this season. There's not a single mythic that is not S tier. Maybe the gatekeeper shotgun is A tier just because it lacks the ammo like last season, but still, they're all super good. But we're discussing, basically, I'd say gold is the standard for these weapons. All right, so we're picturing every weapon if they were gold. Now, boom bolt, good, but the ammo really does hold it back. All right, so that's why it goes A tier. Next up, we have the Enforcer AR. Okay, now I know y'all know the Enforcer AR. Remember that back in the good old days of Chapter 5, Season 1, and they decided to bring it back for whatever reason. It's okay. It's really okay this season. You know, it definitely gives me a Nemesis vibe. It took the place of the Nemesis because that's what used to be in the game. That was my go-to weapon, easy S tier. But yeah, it's a good AR. It does damage. It shoots pretty far. The only thing is it's a little inaccurate at farther ranges, and the fire rate just ain't it. All right, it needs to shoot a little faster for my taste, but not a bad gun at all. So A tier. Okay, next up we have the Tactical Assault Rifle. Okay, Tactical Assault Rifle. I'm gonna put the Tactical AR A tier. Good gun, really good gun, so much better than it was last season. When they added it last season, I don't know what they were thinking, but whatever they did this season, it's so much better. It really feels great. The accuracy is amazing. I just wish it took heavy ammo, and I wish it did a little bit more damage, but it's still a great pick. Super great hip fire accuracy. Awesome job with that. A tier. Now, the Combat AR, I'm going to put at S tier, okay? Just because it is the only pretty much AR that I feel comfortable to use consistently. All right, that every time I see it, as long as it is blue or higher, I know I'm gonna be doing good damage with it. So I'm gonna keep it there. It's got great fire rate. It's got great damage. It's a good gun. All right, and mythic, oh my gosh, just crazy, insane actually. Now, next up we have the hammer shotgun, the hammer pump shotgun, and I'm gonna put it in A tier actually. Still not my favorite shotgun at all. Still a pretty trash shotgun, but I mean, you can't deny it does a good amount of damage if you can hit right. It packs a pretty good punch, but it's the hammer shotgun, and it's just always just gonna be pretty trash. So for that, we'll put it A tier. I could have put it in buns. I could have put it in B tier, but I was actually being nice, so I put it in A tier for all you build players out there, because I want to make this sort of a build slash zero build tier. Oh my gosh, I want to make this kind of a zero build slash build tier list, so it pretty much relates to both modes. Okay, next up we have the combat shotgun. All right, combat shotgun for me is going to get an A tier. All right, I know you guys are probably thinking, A tier, really? That's a really good shotgun. Why would you put it right there? Why not S tier? Mythic version, yes, S tier, without a doubt. But we're not talking mythic version right now. We're talking just regular base version, maybe even up to gold. You know what? Actually, gold. So the reason I put it A tier is because yes, it's got the range, yes, it has the fire rate, but the damage really just falls off compared to the other auto shotgun in this season, okay? And there's a little drawback to each of them actually, so it makes it hard for me to put either of them in S, but I think it's still a great shotgun, and I feel super good using it. Matter of fact, I am gonna put this S, just because it's got the extra ammo and that fire rate really saves its life, okay? I don't know if you guys have ever used it as much as I do, but it really just hits, especially when you hit your shots. You can just pop, 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 and dead. Simple as that. So I'll put it S. Okay, I'll be nice. All right, next up we have the Gatekeeper shotgun. I will put this in A, just because it does not have an automatic more than 3 rounds in it. All right, if it came with 5 rounds off the bat, it would be easy S. Easy without a doubt, it'd be an S. But it just gets held back for half the game when you have to have 3 bullets in it. All right, you can't, unless you get super lucky and find an extended mag Gatekeeper, you're pretty much stuck with the 3. All right, and that you can make that work. It's pretty, you can really make it work, but it has gotten me killed a few times not having that extra bullet in it. So for that reason, I'm gonna put it in A. All right, next we have the Heavy Impact Sniper Rifle. Heavy Impact Sniper Rifle. All right, I'm gonna put that at A as well, only because it is lacking the ammo capacity. All right, we had the Reaper that could hold up to 5 bullets last season. Super great. We got spoiled with that, to be honest. And now we're back to a modest one-shot sniper, and that's not the worst thing ever, but it's not gonna put it in S. All right, I'll just say that much. Great sniper, by the way. All right, now we have the Tri-Beam Laser Rifle. Honestly, I'm gonna put it in B. I'm gonna put it in B. I would put it in buns, but it's actually not terrible. It's the only hit scan weapon we have this season, and we gotta be thankful for that. All right, it might not be great, it might not have the most ammo capacity, it might have a crazy cooldown time, and it might not even hit that hard, but it's not the worst thing we've ever seen, so put it in B. Okay, next we have the Flintlock, and this is gonna make a lot of people mad, but I'm putting it buns. I don't really care what y'all say. I do not give a crap. Y'all can whine, cry, tell me how good it is in the comments as much as you want. Don't care. Trash gun. Never see the need to use it ever compared to anything in this game. I never want to use it. The fact that we have invincibility to fall damage though when using it now is a plus, but it's still not going to fix the fact that the gun is trash and I hate it. So buns. Okay, now we have our 2 gauntlets. Okay, I know what y'all are thinking, man. Hey, those aren't weapons, those are items. No, they do damage. All right, and their main purpose is to do damage, maybe aside from the nitro fist, but they still do enough damage and can be used very offensively as melee weapons or projectile weapons. So we're going to rate them as weapons. Now for the very annoying Magneto gauntlets, I'm going to put it at A tier. Okay, I know y'all are gonna say you can block it, you can fly, you can do all this stuff, it hits for 95. I know, okay, however, it is just a little hard to hit sometimes. The angling you have to do to be able to hit a spot on shot is a little hard, and I know it does a lot of splash damage too. You don't even have to hit directly, but there's just a level of accuracy you need to have with these things. And while they do block and work as a shield and you get the 0 gravity effect, it just, I feel like I would rather hold on to the next option, which are the Nitro Fist, and that's easy S. Honestly, matter of fact, I know, we're just gonna put them in the SS tier because, dude, Nitro Fists are crazy. Great mobility, great damage. You literally just pop, click, spam it. You don't have to think. You just hold it down and you just dead. I can't tell you the amount of times I've died to the Nitro Fist this season. So many times. Freaking super overcooked. And just there's nothing bad to say about it, really. In all honesty, there's nothing bad to say. So with that being said, that wraps up the weapon tier list. All right, so I'm pretty sure that's all the weapons for this season. If I missed any, guys, please make sure to let me know down in the comments and let me know if you agree or disagree with any of these takes. Okay, I think this is a pretty fair list, if you want to be honest. All right, I don't see any super crazy takes. So yeah, let me know if you agree, let me know what you disagree on, and let me know what you guys want to see next. If this video gets enough love and enough likes, I will do a tier list on the reload weapons as well. So guys, please make sure to let me know what y'all want to see next, what kind of content y'all want to see, what kind of tier list or ranking video you want to see, if it's Fortnite related or not Fortnite related, doesn't really matter. Anything related, whatever game I play, let me know down in the comments. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Have a good day. Peace out.